Hello everyone, welcome to Open Talks. Today's video is centered around the very first article in the book, Why Women Got Enslaved. This first article, titled Karpu, was written by Periyar in 1928 in his magazine Kudiyarasu. This is not just the first article, but also sheds light on an important reason behind the subjugation of women. In this particular article, Periyar asks a very important question. Do men have chastity or virginity? As mentioned in one of my previous videos, or Women Slaves, we'll be using the translation that you see in the background. This video has two important parts. In the first part, I have planned to provide you with some practical examples that highlight that the concept of chastity or virginity is still imposed only on women's bodies and men's bodies are free from all these chaos. In the second part, we'll focus what Periyar has actually written in this article. So without any further ado, let's dive into the first part of the video. Some people or even many people might think that this is an article written by Periyar in 1928. Why should we read it now? That's a valid question. So we believe it is important to address the relevance of the article today before getting into the actual explanation of the article. In the first part of the video, let me present you with two practical examples which I believe will help us understand how the concept of chastity or virginity is still predominantly imposed only on women's bodies. Example number 1. Slut shaming happens because the concept of chastity is imposed only on women's bodies. That's why women are only slut shamed. Women who oppose and raise questions against the so-called societal norms, women who drink, women who dress glamorously according to her own choices, women who have a lot of male friends, women who hang out with their friends at night time, all these women are slut shamed. Slut shaming is prevalent throughout the world because of the age-old oppressive concept in the name of Karpu in Tamil, chastity or virginity in English, and some other words in other languages. Example number 2. This particular incident happened in a village in Maharashtra. A man attempted to cancel his marriage because he found out that his wife was not a virgin using a white cloth on bed. It was in fact his second marriage. Though it is the second marriage or third marriage or nth marriage for a man, he wishes or demands that his wife should be a virgin. Because of this, using a white cloth on bed and virginity tests are still in practice, even today. Why such things are happening in our country? Because patriarchy created the concept of chastity or virginity for women so that men can keep women's bodies under their control. I believe that these two practical examples clearly show that men somehow have liberated themselves from the concept of chastity and virginity. But they expect women to follow all these norms in the name of culture and tradition. Now, let's get into the second part of the video. What Periyar has actually written in the first article titled Karpu? Periyar explains why he has written each and every article in this book. First, let's have a look at what are the reasons behind writing this powerful article titled Karpu. As mentioned by Periyar in the forward section, he says that the burden of chastity or virginity is imposed on women's bodies alone and men's bodies are liberated. Because of this bias, men and women living in our country couldn't enjoy equal freedom. Now let's get into the actual article. In the beginning of the article, Periyar analyzes the word Karpu. He not only tries to find the root of the word but also infers the meaning of the word by splitting it into morphemes and without splitting it. Periyar says that the word Karpu, meaning chastity, clearly enslaves or subjugates women when we try to infer the meaning of the word without splitting it into different morphemes. The meaning of the word Karpu in that sense is virtue of women. In that sense, it is clearly a female concept. And in Aryan language, the meaning of the word Karpu is a woman who worships her husband as a god and doesn't think about any other men. This meaning clearly subjugates women. Periyar writes, why are there no equivalent words that indicate men possess chastity or virginity? And also shares his answer to that question. Because patriarchy created the concept of chastity or virginity for women. Thiruvalluvar is a renowned Tamil poet famously known for Tirukkural. Periyar writes that the 20 couplets in 2 specific chapters in Tirukkural completely exhibit patriarchal notions and treats women as slaves. He even quotes a particular Tirukkural that says, If a woman worships her husband instead of God, she can order rain. If she orders rain now, it will rain. This is the meaning of a particular Thirukkural written by Thiruvalluvar. Periyar quotes this particular Thirukkural and asks an intelligent question. If Thiruvalluvar was a woman instead of a man, will he write such patriarchal notions in his poems? Periyar also writes that some religions created an oppressive rule for women that they should cover up their faces with a parda. In many religions, married men can live with as many women as they wish. Men live with many wives. But women cannot do that because only women have chastity and men don't have it. We cannot say that the concept of chastity or virginity is imposed only on women through religions and laws. Women never questioned or opposed the oppressive concept called chastity. Instead, they accepted it. The concept of chastity strengthened because of this acceptance by women and is still alive in our society. Periyar concludes this important article with the following powerful lines. The religions and laws that instruct the wife to bear the inhuman atrocities of the husband for the sake of chastity must die. The social cruelty which compels concealing genuine love within oneself and living with careless and loveless husbands for the sake of chastity or virginity has to be demolished. He clearly says that there should be equal rules for both men and women in the name of chastity. Only then, both men and women can live happily and independently in our country. So that's it for today's video. You can find the news article links related to the Maharashtra incident and the book purchase links in the description box below. The next video in this playlist will cover the next article in this book titled Why Women Got Enslaved. So subscribe and stay tuned for more updates. Until then, it's Yal signing off. See you in the next video.